This stage you are actually left flying blind. Hello guys, in this video I will be discussing about how to send your proposals to your clients effectively and how to get buying signals or intent from each and every proposal you send. So firstly, what is happening with your proposal right now is you just hit the send button and then nothing happens because like you don't have any signals about the proposal, what is happening with the proposal and with the client, right? So let's just address this problem first, and then I'll give you a solution how to fix this thing, right? So let's take like a typical ideal scenario of what happens. Let's say you are running a service business, right? And for example, let me go with a software development, right? A custom software development project. Now what happens is you just discuss about the project, and your client asks to send a proposal, a detailed proposal. And what you do is like you sit with your team. It could be like 2 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, and prepare like a 14-page proposal with the scope of the project, the pricing of the project, and with the timeline of the project. Then you just hit send, and then you have no idea whether your proposal is read, or you don't have any idea if they just skip the pricing part, or you have no idea whether they directly jumped into the pricing part because they just came for window shopping from you, or you have no idea if they have forwarded your proposal to the internal team, right? At this stage you are actually left flying blind because you don't have any signals, right? So what it happens is you are either left with these two scenarios. The first scenario is, imagine like 3 days passed by, you have already sent the proposal, and you have two ideal scenarios. One is I feel like, okay, what if I follow up now, and they feel like, okay, this guy is too much desperate about getting the project or closing the deal, right? And like you're nagging too much early, right? And you look like you need the deal more than they do, right? And the second scenario, what you're left behind is you follow up too late because the budget moved and someone else would have called them, or maybe they just came for window shopping and they're not satisfied with your pricing, so they just ghosted you, right? So these are the ideal two scenarios that you are left behind after you are sending the proposal, right? And again, like there is no third option for you because your proposal is not giving you any signals, right? So how to reframe this into your business? So you have to understand that the proposal is your highest intent momentum before a sale happens. Again, like a lot of people ignore this thing. They just think, oh, it's just a proposal, but it is the highest intent moment before you actually close the deal. Yeah. So it is the only time a prospect will voluntarily sit down and read 8 pages about you. Okay. So you send a proposal, and only if the client is actually satisfied with the proposal that you're sending, he will decide whether to move with you or to step back from you, right? And again, like most of the tools out there are not giving an ideal solution for this issue, right? So how to get out of that situation, right? So here comes the 5 signals. The first thing is, the moment you hit send, the moment you prepare the proposal and you just hit send, your proposal should act like an agent, right? And it should give you these 5 signals. The first signal is your proposal should give you a message if the proposal was actually opened or not, right? The second thing is your proposal should give you a signal whether how many times system, okay, how many minutes your client actually spent on your proposal, right? It's like the active read time that your client has spent on your proposal. And the third thing is your proposal should give a strong message about what is the scroll depth, like whether they have gone through your proposal completely, or they just jumped directly to the pricing part, or they just went through only like 2 or 3 sections and they just closed. So your proposal should give this message or signal or intent, right? The fourth thing is your proposal should give you a message about if your proposal was opened multiple times or just a single time. And the fifth major, and again this one is one of the key important thing, and your proposal should actually give you a signal whether your proposal was actually shared with their internal team or not, right? Or your proposal is forwarded with their internal team or not. So these are the 5 signals your proposal should send you, so that you can come to a conclusion, or like you will have a set of like clear buying signals. Based on that, you can actually follow up with the client effectively to close the deal, right? So the first signal, as we already spoke, is open, right? Every email tool on earth will tell you if your proposal, or if your the mail that you attach with your proposal is actually opened or not. But it doesn't tell, but it literally tells you nothing, because apart from like your proposal is being opened, you have no idea what's happening with your proposal. And the second signal is active seconds on the page, or like active minutes on the page spent by your client on your proposal. So if this signal, if you this again, like this is an intent message that you can come to a conclusion. So it's a noise. Time on page is a buying signal. All right. Now let's move to the other signals in depth. So the signal 3, it's about like the scroll depth, right? So scroll depth is nothing but how far did they actually get into your proposal. So maybe some clients would scroll through cover page, your about us page, your case studies, your scope, and then they would have just closed the proposal. So it means that they have actually stopped here and they have not moved to the other 2 terms. So this is not a slow client. This is a scope problem on page 4. So you will have an insight, okay, there's some problem in the scope 4, and you can just follow up saying that if you're having like any questions about the scope of the project, I can literally help you out, right? So you clearly have a message or an like an intent, right? So and also like you'll get an insight about, did they actually reach the pricing part, or this is the whole question, or they just came as a window shopper, right? So again, this is the 4th signal, the reopen signal, right? So let's say you actually send on day 0, right? And on day 1 they had just read your proposal for 3 minutes. On day 2 to 8, again they're completely ghosted you. And what if they actually opened your proposal again on day 9 and you get a message, right? So from then you can actually start following up, right? Again, every message that your proposal gives you is like an intent that is telling you, okay, this client is still serious, right? So nobody reopens a proposal they are not seriously considering. The strongest buying signal is there, and it fires while you sleep, right? And the next part is signal 5, right? So the internal forwards, right? The last signal that we discussed. So I imagine like your contact, it could be a marketing lead or without like any budget authority, and they just forward it to their another internal team, and their name and email is captured, and the person who signs it, it's also captured. So like optionally asking viewers to identify themselves, but you at least get to know that, okay, the proposal is still active and it is still circulating within the internal team, right? So that your proposal reached the decision maker before they even reply, right? So now we just spoke about the buying signals and intents, about how to send your proposal effectively to close every proposal into a closed deal. Now let's see about how it actually works in real time, right? So the first thing is like you should have a system inside your business. The system is very simple. Upload your proposal, or you just create your proposal and you just send it through a magic link to your client. The client doesn't require any login, password, nothing. It should just have like your custom from your business end, and then whatever is happening with the proposal, you should actually have like an insights about what is happening with the proposal, right? So I'll just give you a live demo about how it works. So I just built a tool, right? It's called like Onboard Hive. Again, it's like a client onboarding platform, but one of the key features about our product is the proposal tracking system. Now I just logged into my platform, and this is like the dashboard, right? Now what you have to do is you just have to click on new client, and you just like give like whatever the company. I just give like Apple, and I just give like simple email. I go with my email, and again it's optional. So if you want your proposal to be viewed only by one person, and you just wanted to send that person alone, again, if you have any confidential proposals or something like that, you can just protect it with the password, right? Or else you can just create a cell, right? Now we have created a cell, and it comes to the leads section. Now you have to click on the lead section here, and you just have to create a proposal here. So we have an AI option which do everything for you. So I'll just go here, and I'll ask again, like you just can just feed the knowledge base and it will draft it according to you. If you're running a marketing agency or field setting, so it can literally create a beautiful version of a proposal for Meta ads. I have already given some documents inside my knowledge base, so it'll literally create a proposal for me, right? So it'll just create like a proposal, meta ad strategy, scope of work, and everything. And or again, this is about like manually creating a proposal, or if you already have a proposal, you can just upload your PDF and you can just like give like an expiry date, like 7 days or 15 days, so that whatever is happening for the next 15 days, even if the client has ghosted you, this system will literally keep following up with the client until they actually sign or they just walk away. All right. Okay. It'll not be an aggressive follow up, but it'll be like a moderate follow up. And if you want to do aggressive follow up, also you can go and change in the settings. I'm just quoting like $1,500, right? And also like you can also collect your payment here itself, or like add a package. Or so I just don't want any of those stuff now. So I'm just going with okay, proposal title, meta ads. Okay, and now I click on publish, right? Now what happens is you have this link, right? And you can also customize this link according to your brand. And but I'm just giving like WhatsApp or email, or I just copy message, or I just copy this link, like whatever is feasible for you, right? I just copy it and I'll just go to an incognito tab. Right now I'm viewing it as client end. Right now from the client side, what they'll actually receive is something like this, right? A page like this. And again, you can customize everything. I have just put my logo. You can customize it according to your version, and I just go with Santosh and my email, right? So now I just see the proposal, and again, like whatever I'm doing with the proposal right now, everything is being tracked, right? So I'm seeing. Now let's say if I have like some doubt in this timeline, right? Now I can literally come and ask here. I have a issue in the timeline section, right? You can just ask you like all the queries here itself, and you will be literally notified here, right? Okay, let me just see. I got a notification saying that I have an issue in the timeline section from the client, right? So this is amazing, right? Okay, now the issue is being fixed, or like the proposal is edited by the agent, and now I'm feeling satisfied with everything. And now I just click on accept and sign, right? Or I am not accepting at this moment. So I just checked. I'm not satisfied with whatever is happening, and I imagine I just ghosted now, right? Even after the thing. Now here I literally have an insight. Okay, I'm just giving like a run analysis, and okay, let me just refresh. Right now I'm going here, and let's say I just closed this window. Right now you just have to wait for a couple of seconds. Right, so this is the proposal we sent. So you get like whatever happened with your proposal, right? The client asked a question and stuff, right? Okay, I guess like we just opened the proposal this thing incognito mode, so it did not take any response. Let me just create normally. So I just go with okay, Santosh, and this is my email, and I just opened, scrolling. I've already asked a question. Again, why it is showing me is because I that link was customized, and because of that link I just pasted here. I just got the same thing again, and I asked something else, XYZ, and again let's say I decide, right? So now you have clearly got the intent. Okay, total seconds spent on the proposal was 20 seconds. Did I completely go through the proposal? Yes. How many viewers? One. So far I did not forward anyone, so it's just showing one. So it is giving me clear like the heat map about where I have spent the most number of time, and what is the next step and everything. So you can just leave it here. Now the client will literally accept the thing, right? And I just go with Santosh to sign this, and I'm the authorized accept the proposal, and I just sign. So this proposal is signed again from the client end, and I can also download a copy here. And from the client side, now it shows that Santosh has actually accepted the proposal, right? And then what you can do is you can just flip this. If you just click on yes, flip it, now you have like closed the project. You can literally convert this into a client onboarding portal. Okay, we'll see that in another video. But now you have got like clear insights about like the proposal, tracking time, everything. Or if they had like any question and answers, they literally asked and you just replied here like with whatever doubts you have and stuff. So you have pretty much insights about like what was happening with your proposal, and your proposal was just signed in the first version itself. So this is what I'm actually talking about, right, with the platform. So what is the output? Either call today, or you just reframe the scope again, or it just hit the wrong inbox. You pretty much get all. So what I have built with Onboard Hive is, it is not just like a proposal builder, just like a PandaDoc or Proposify or like whatever it is. They have designed it in a such a way that to send to get an e-sign, right? But with Onboard Hive, what I have built is track what happens after send. Then the same link becomes your client onboarding portal, right? Again, everything happens only through one custom link, and from the client end, there is not too much of any work and stuff. They just have to click on it, read it, and sign it. And if they have any questions, they just ask the doubts and stuff, right? So yeah, I guess we reached the end of the video. So I just wanted to conclude by saying that you have to see who is actually reading your proposal, and then you can just head over to onboardhive.com, and actually free. You again, no card required, nothing. You can literally track like 10 proposals every month, right? So you can just go try it out, explore yourself. And if you also want this proposal plus client onboard, you can just go and like the onboarding portal as well.